Yo, welcome to Fly with Loren, part of Art, Fly, Learn. So today I wanted to do a reading for all of my air signs, which are Aquarius, Gemini and Libra. So I wanted to tune into your energy, see what it is that you need to hear from me today. So I've shuffled you an array of cards and let's jump straight in. Oh my God, what an omen to have the sun and the clover. Love this, oh my gosh. Right, for many of you, this is either, and before I even start, I can just see that this is either a new relationship, or it's either a new relationship that is making you feel like all your ships have come in, it feels so healthy, so beautiful and so fated, strangely fated, or it's that you're deepening your relationship. So I feel like if you've already got a person, you and your person are going to go from strength to strength. It's like you're about to step into something that you've never done even as the pair of you, and it's going to be so good and so healing. For some of you it could be like life-changing things. You could be deciding to move abroad or take some travel. I know that might be very niche, or it might be after all this corona things, but I mean, I think that you've done some serious planning and thinking about what it is that you want, either with a relationship or with your next relationship, or with the person that you're with. So if you are with someone, I see that is going to go from strength to strength, or I see that you're feeling, if it's not that, if you're feeling, she's not talking to me, this does not resonate. For some of you, it's saying, look, you need to focus specifically on the area of your relationship and how it's restricting you, because you've got restriction here, but it's saying, look, I'm feeling slightly suffocated within this relationship, or I feel like I'm slightly tied to this relationship or something, but do I risk it all? Do I risk taking another path, or do I risk separating from this? So it's either one way or another. I just see that this is a massive focus on relationships. So for many of you, there's so much good and so much beauty, and even if there are some restrictions and some risk of maybe starting afresh, because obviously with the Fool it could be you're about to leap into something new or close something, or it's that you're going to deepen that bond so it becomes something extra special. Either way, the omen is beautiful, because it's going to feel healing, it's going to feel great. If you haven't felt your inner child for ages, it's going to be something so new and so gorgeous that you're going to feel that joy. You're going to feel like you're living in your truth and that you have got complete clarity about this relationship. As I said, all your ships are going to feel like they've come in with this, because I just feel that if you're a female watching, you are that all-loving queen. You are the Queen of Hearts. You have such a beautiful heart space. You operate from a point of love, and you have to make sure that everything within your heart feels good. I think when you focus too much on a relationship, or how a relationship isn't going well, that's when you kind of block your own abundance and your own happiness and your own beginnings. And even an element with some of you, it's like you need to renew for some of you with the Page of Hearts here, it's like, I think maybe if you are in a relationship and have been in a relationship for a long time, it's like saying, should you be having children? I see the Page of Hearts here. Is that the next big move? Is it the next commitment? Are you thinking, do we deepen this bond more by jumping into this very maternal side of you? Because the Queen of Cups is that maternal one. She's the mother, essentially. So I think some of you might have just recently had children, or you're thinking of having children, because with your Ten of Cups here, I'm just thinking that you're thinking about your long-term happiness and your joy and your inner child, or physically children, so new birth. I think this is a conversation, if you are within this sort of lines of the one that I was just saying, it's like, I feel like this relationship's been here for quite a long time. It's like, right, now are we ready for that next stage, that next happiness? Because you've already shown that you've got very good foundations with this other person, and they're here to last with the Page of Pentacles here anyway, or the Knave of Pentacles in this deck. and the Knight of Pentacles. So if that is for you, you already have somebody who's very much a constant within your life, and this is the natural potentially progression for you. If you don't want children, or this isn't, or maybe you're not the age to have children, or you can't have children, or for whatever those reasons are, it's like you need to, I just think that it's saying you need to feel your inner child again. I feel like you need to have fun. It feels like you felt restricted, that you haven't had this, or you can't have this, or whatever it is. Maybe you've wanted it for so long, for so hard, that you've kind of given up on the idea of this other or this partnership. And it's like, no, you know, you just need to kind of, maybe you need to operate in a place of self-love. Maybe it's saying that when you were in a relationship, you placed far too much focus on that, and then that's what restricts you from your abundance. So maybe you are the person that needs to love yourself more and trust yourself, and not be afraid to take the next steps yourself. And then that's when you're surrounded by all this luck and all this love and all this light and clarity and truth and all those amazing things. And then before you know it, you start to feel better. And that's when you fill your cups. And then when you shine a certain way, when you shine differently, and then you attract what it is that you want. So you're not coming from a place of it having to be a need, because it's like where your focus was. It's not saying, look, I'm so obsessed with this that it's actually holding me back. And then when I get relationships, I'm needy on it, that I actually completely risk them. They fall apart. And that's because you're so like grabbing onto them. So if I'm talking to you with that, it's like, take much more of a chill on it. Just as long as you love yourself and you can fill your own cup up, happiness starts within. It's the want for love because they add to you. It's not because you need it. Right, I'm seeing a lot of like romance, a lot of wine and dining. I'm seeing that maybe at some point for some of you, maybe the restriction in terms of a partnership was the fact that you were maybe a choice, or you had a choice, or that you might still have a choice, because you've got a Knave of Pentacles and you've got a Knight of Pentacles. So let me just see why I'm getting the energy of two people here for some of you. Like I said, this is a collective read for my air signs. So I just want to get this idea of what this, because I just feel like you've got a slight mental conflict. You know, you may well be in a relationship, but you've still got the energy of somebody else within you, or it's that you're not in the relationship and you've got the energy of another within yours still. So that's the confirmation of the Queen of Cups. So that's the Queen of Hearts. So it's the same person, right? So for some of you, you have a divine masculine in your energy, or you are the divine masculine, and you have a divine feminine. So let me see what it's saying about those two energies. Right, why am I being shown a male and a female? Okay, I've still got this slight energy of two. Yeah, I've still got the energy of two queens as well. Right, I'm seeing the energy of two. So for some of you, you definitely have got a soul connection, and there's a lot of introspection going on. And it's because the reason this didn't work before is because you didn't have good boundaries. Like, I feel like it was too consuming, it was too much. It just wasn't healthy. But there is going to be a lot of communication and reconciliation surrounding that, if that's your case. Or to be fair, with the Ten of Cups here, it's like this person is very healing to you. They might be a teacher, they might be your mirror, because there's a lot. You teach each other how to respect each other and how to heal the parts of you and all the wounds. If you are in a relationship and you're about to deepen the bond within this relationship, I feel like the whole part of this has felt slower because of either something to do with the mother or something to do with the father on either side of the connection, which has made you have to heal something within yourself. So heal some form of, again, childhood burdens or trauma, or there's something which has been held within either one of this connection, something which you've had to have a lot of introspection and time alone, because I feel like this couldn't have been rushed because you didn't have the strength before, you didn't know enough before, you hadn't learned enough before, you've had to spend a lot of time with yourself and just to be with yourself maybe for some of you as well, it's saying that I couldn't feel like I could deepen my connection because there was something that I didn't feel like I was achieving for myself, and I didn't want to fail myself. This feeling that if you'd have moved on to the next stage, then you might have been restricting yourself, or you might risk it all. So everything that you currently deem as valuable, it might have felt like it was going to hold you back. It's not going to hold you back at all. And I just got a wave of shivers, so I know that that's a message for quite a few of you. So and I keep getting them. So many of you aren't going to be restricted. There's this element of risk, but with the next stage in life, whether it's something that you're going to be getting which is going to be much more secure for you, or this new love that you're going to take a chance on, or this next step if it's a family, or if it's retiring, or whatever, if it's risking your heart again, there's something that you've been worried about risking, but it's saying, look, no, trust it. This is your wishes, and let your wishes come to you. You've held on to these wishes for far too long. To let them pass you by. Your Ten of Cups is here. You've learned your lessons. And if you haven't learned your lessons, it's just saying what you ignore and what you don't change, you choose. So if you don't learn a lesson, it just keeps repeating and repeating. So are you going for things for a very authentic, because you're in your authentic heart space, and that's exactly what your heart's telling you? If so, then you need to have the passion behind it to action it. You need to go after what it is that you are wanting. You need to have that strength. So what I'm saying is you need strength to take the next step. Your gut is actually, you're very, very spiritual people. You have very strong intuition. In the end of the day, you're air signs, so you do a lot of thinking. I think that a lot of the things you are very much in your head and you don't often express. So it's always drawing me to the past. So it's something that you've experienced from your past, or the way that something has worked within the team in the past, or it's definitely something that you've had experience from your past, which I feel has stopped you with this connection, or blocked you with this connection, or made you have to heal something, whether this has been from your childhood or from experience of a lover or something. But whatever it is some form of mindset it's got a hold of you, and you need to close off that mindset and the fact that you need to move on from them, because when you choose to have a mindset or something so fixed, it's like you almost restrict yourself because of the way that you're seeing things. So you need to focus on what you know and what your gut tells you is right, and be brave enough that if it's not right for you, you need to separate yourself from it, because with Death card, there's massive transition. I feel like you torment yourself about something. And it's like if something went down and it isn't for the, if it wasn't done right, or it wasn't done good, or whatever it was about it, move on from that feeling. Stop tormenting yourself about either something that felt painful, or some time that's gone on, something that took a lot of mental strain, or some form of betrayal, or whatever that is. Everything that comes in now has to be much healthier. So with the Death card here. So I hope that resonates. I'm just going to see what the overall omen is for my air signs. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Gosh, they're quite intense. That made me really feel that. So I feel that you have had so much on your mind, and it's all about another, or I'm going to take that one. Yeah, healing. A lot of you have got a lot of healing to do. Either it's healing around relationships as well, though. So either from childhood relationships and previous experience, or from relationships and trust. Yeah, you've had a lot of personal growth to do. So you've healed, and now I just feel like you've cut away things that aren't here to last. I think maybe you're feeling vulnerable because of starting new. I think that as a collective, you're frightened of change, especially when something feels so big, or a partnership feels so big, because this is definitely a divine counter relationship, or it's like your biggest lesson that you're to be doing. Yeah, stop delaying these new beginnings. Stop dragging your feet. Stop restricting yourself. You restrict yourself. You are that person who works so hard on yourself and what you want. For a lot of you, this is talking about, well, that's fears. For a lot of you, this is about abundance. I think you're worried about not fulfilling your potential, or not getting your abundance if you focus on something to do with a relationship. And it's saying, look, no, you can be both. You can have both. You can have both. One last card. Yeah. So you've got a divine, a masculine here anyway. So the same divine masculine is under here. So this could be, for For some of you, this is the father figure that's coming through, and it's saying, look, I see you having done a lot of self-growth, and I want you to stop holding back, stop holding a big part of you back that you know is naturally going to come through. For many of you, this could be a masculine within your energy who has basically had to go through some form of healing or some death rebirth. For others of you, it's saying, look, this man's not wanting to drag his feet anymore. He doesn't want to have this delay, and it's time now. It's time to move on. It's time to grow and make everything healthy again. We've gone through that. We've gone through a period of our life, and now we need to bring about new, exciting, happy things, clear away things that aren't right, and deepen our bond and our relationship. I hope that resonates for my air signs. If it does, I would like you to give this a massive like. If you could comment in the comments if this resonates for you. And I hope you will come and fly with Loren soon. But for now, I hope you take care of yourself, and I hope you've enjoyed this, and thank you so much for your time. Peace out!